How to go from zero to millionaire with Airbnb short term rentals. Is it even possible to make $1 million with an Airbnb short term rental? I'm sure you already know the answer to this one. Do I need a lot of startup capital to get started in the Airbnb short term rental business? You may not know the answer to this one. And how could I go from $0 to a millionaire in 1 year using Airbnb short term rentals? I'm about to show you how with these simple steps. Remember, this is the channel that provides you an all-access pass to everything capital, cash flow, and credit by ensuring you have the right financial literacies for business success. Stop saying I'm in a side hustle and start saying I'm open for business. Let's dive in. I get a lot of these questions through my channel and from all of my students asking, can I really scale to $1 million with an Airbnb business? I haven't even started yet. How quickly can I get this done? You hear the stories of so many people out there who quit a job to replace it with Airbnb income, and I'm here to show you step by step on how to get this done. I'm going to share with you my biggest secret on where to start, and last, I'm going to give you tips on how to accelerate this process to get yourself to the millionaire status within less than a year's time. Hi everybody, I'm Edward Bilder. Welcome back to the channel. You're tuning into a millionaire real estate investor, entrepreneur, coach, educator, engineer, and a dad who has been through the process to scaling to a multi-million-dollar business through Airbnb, and I'm about to show you how to do it. It all comes down to these three very simple steps, starting with step number one. See, most of you believe that to start an Airbnb business, back when the original inception was, it was like you were renting out, almost like a Craigslist type feel. You're renting out a room in your home, or possibly you already own a property and you're renting out that property on the Airbnb space. Yes, that was one way of getting it done, but we've drifted very far from the room share of the original inception of Airbnb, where privacy today is a new focus and less travelers want to actually stay with you. They want to stay in their own space. All right, so the majority of my students ask the question, do I need to go out then and buy a second home? The answer is no. Where the majority of my students start their Airbnb business is through the rental arbitrage model. You see, what you do is you go out and you rent a property, say for $1,000 a month. That boils down to $33 a day. And with the landlord's permission, you then list that property on Airbnb for, let's say, $133 a night on average, okay? This makes you a profit of about $3,000 on top of that rent that you just paid, right? So total revenue for the month is $4,000. You paid your $1,000 back, and you're left with $3,000. Now, my students' average monthly that they're seeing every month is around $3,600 using the rental arbitrage model. That equates to $43,200 for the year. Now, this route does require you to come up with the first month's rent and a security deposit, and of course you have to get all the furniture, but if you're creative, you can actually get this done for as little as $50 to get you started in the rental arbitraging model. Now, if you're still scared to enter this space by going out and leasing a property, which is still fairly low risk, you could do this with even less risk by going through a partnership model, okay? My other students go this path, and they essentially find landlords who are not listed on the Airbnb space, and through a partnership agreement, they say, hey, if you buy the furniture, I will daily manage this and list it on Airbnb, and we could split the profits. The monthly average that my students are earning by taking this approach is approximately $1,840, which is right around $22,080 for the entire year. Not bad when you don't have to own the properties. You're simply being the person who daily manages the Airbnb process, which I got a little secret for you. You could automate most of this, and it really just takes you minutes a day to manage your Airbnb process. Step number two, finding the ideal location is closer than you think. When the majority of us consider starting an Airbnb rental, short-term rental business, our minds tend to drift 400 miles or greater away. We tend to brainstorm around the areas that we like to vacation, and therefore we say, wow, that would be an ideal location to start an Airbnb short-term rental business. While this is completely possible through the management process of automating, you can totally remote automate your Airbnb to be 400 or greater miles away. But when you're first starting out, this becomes a bit of an anxious moment for you, right? Especially if you're managing an Airbnb business that you have a rental arbitrage on. You're going to be overwhelmed with this in the very first startup, okay? So what we all fail to recognize is that the perfect and ideal location for an Airbnb short-term rental is closer than we think. I started within a 60-mile radius around my center point of my home. There are ideal locations out there that you would never even think of that would be perfect for somebody traveling to the area that would want to stay here. Now, you're not going to want a vacation there, right? You want a vacation 400 miles away, but somebody 400 miles away may want to vacation where you are. This does take practice and a little bit of energy to search for the right location, but if you do this exercise, you will get a bigger bang for your buck when you're first starting out, okay? You have to have a little creativity. Think about places where you would day trip throughout your lifetime, and those are the ideal locations. Maybe they're lakes, maybe they're ski locations, maybe they're rivers and creeks where you like to go fishing and swimming. Those places are ideal. Now, having this closer proximity to you will give you the lesser anxiety moments where you have better control and you can better manage anything that might go wrong, right? Some oopsies, maybe the cleaning service forgot to clean out the fridge, or maybe they forgot to drop extra towels or extra toilet paper. Those moments are always ideal when it's nice and close to you and you can simply drive to the location or send out a task person to get that done for you. Having it closer versus far away gives you just better comfort and control. Now, how do you find these locations, and how do you know that they're the best locations and ideal to give you that bigger bang for your buck? You're going to use a tool called AirDNA. That's AIRDNA.co. And you're going to start by entering your hometown. And maybe it shows up, maybe it doesn't. Go with the nearest major city that's closest to your hometown, okay? And once you have it zoned in, notice at the top you see there's a nightly rate, there's a occupancy rate, and there's an average monthly, all right? You're looking for a certain criteria. And what you want to do is you want to start creating a spiral. When you go down a little bit and you hover on the map, you'll notice that if you hover over the neighboring towns, they'll light up, and you can click on those towns and get all the access to that data for that particular region. Start by creating a spiral around your hometown until you get as far as 80 miles away and look at the data. If you find an area that has a $200 nightly, 70% occupied, and average for around $4,500 a month, that's a sweet spot. Head over to Zillow and see if you can find rental properties in that area for approximately $1,000 to $1,500 per month. And those are places that are ideal for starting your first rental arbitrage. Wow, I'm giving away all of my biggest secrets here. Remember to hit the like button and become a subscriber. It's free and it gets you access to all of my future content. And if you want more details on anything that I'm talking about in this video, leave a comment and I'll be sure to answer that in an upcoming video. The best secret to growing wealth quickly is to bring others along with you. I learned this rather quickly myself, so share this video with all of your friends and family. Okay, let's get back to the video. Step 3, how to scale quickly. Here's the key. Don't spend it, reinvest it. What do I mean? Don't spend your profits, take all of your profits and reinvest it right back into opening more rental arbitrage properties. It all comes down to 3 key areas of focus here. It's time, 15 to 30 days to open a property. Your startup cost, $4,000 to $7,000 to start that property. And then your returns, averaging around $3,600 a month. It's time to scale once you figure out that model that you're planning to attack. So focus in on the sweet spots first. You found a sweet spot, start to scale more properties in that area. Remember, it takes as much effort to run one as it does to run 50 Airbnbs. And to generate $1 million in revenue throughout the year, you need roughly 23 properties to get this done. So get aggressive, and if you reinvest all of your properties for 5.5 months, you will scale to $1 million in less than a year's time. How do you do this? Let's say you started in January, okay, and you had one property, and it's earning $3,600 a month. By the second month, you have approximately $7,000 from those 2 months of revenue. In March, you go and open 2 more properties. Now you have a total of 3 properties, and you're bringing in now $10,800 per month off of those 3 properties. You can now go and add another 2 properties, leaving you now with 5 properties, bringing in $18,000 after month number 4. We're in April now. Let's head into May. Add 5 more properties. Now you have 10 properties bringing in $36,000. Go to June. Add 9 more properties, get $19,000. Now you have $68,400 per month. You really only need 4 more properties to make that $1 million quota. In July, you add 17 more properties. Now you have 36 properties for a total of $129,960. Do you see how quickly you can keep compounding this and double and double and double as you're moving up? Okay. If you're aggressive with this, 5.5 months is doable. Okay. It's completely doable. But let's say you want to accomplish this in a year. You just need to be practical about it and open 2 properties a month, and you'll be scaling to $1 million before you know it. Wow, that was a great video. I'm giving away so many of my big secrets. If you're out there wanting to start an Airbnb business for the first time and you need my help, go to the description and join my email list. I'm constantly sending out free templates and free lists of everything you need inside of your Airbnb to everybody on my email list. If you guys want my help and you want to join my crash course, you can find that in the description, where you can get into the Airbnb game for as little as $50, scale quickly by earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. It only takes about 3 days time before you can start to cash flow. Easy process to follow, and remember, you just keep repeating it and scale to that multi-million-dollar business. That crash course is on a mega sale right now, found in the description. Get it while that sale still lasts. And if you want to be signed up for a coaching call with me, one-on-one, find me through the description and we can schedule something. Guys, I hope you take all these actions today and get started. Get out there and start changing your futures and your lives. I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye for now.